My name is Jose Rosenberg. I am the chef and owner of Santo. We are a northern New Mexico inspired restaurant here in Boulder, Colorado. I know Will, I've known him for years, and he did an amazing piece for us at Black Belly, my other restaurant across town. I talked to him after we'd opened, and we looked at the space, we looked at the wall, and we decided we could do something really big and powerful and sort of fill the back room here with color. I don't know, there's something more powerful to me with a piece of canvas. And so we wanted to hang something and really have something that was timeless, that wouldn't ever get stale on us or feel like we'd want to change it out. So we wanted it as big as we could possibly get it without having to rip the walls down to fit it in. So Will designed something that fit on its side diagonally through that doorway that would barely squeeze into the space.
So we just started building the canvas for Jose's new restaurant, Santo. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I looked at this canvas and it's basically taking up my whole studio. I was like, wow, 17 feet long. I'm like, holy moly. I'm gonna try something totally different here. I'm gonna really kind of use different shapes, different colors, different tools. And the scale allows me to kind of think outside the normal realm of just where my canvas is, where I can let it sing because it's so long and I can move from one part to the other.
I was really honored that Will asked me to put the first brush stroke on the canvas. So I brought my wife and my little girl to his studio. It's very elemental what we're trying to do and what the town is all about. And the food, it should be powerful, it should be strong, it should be spicy. We like heat. You get all the colors there. And standing out in the mesa, like over the Rio Grande Gorge, you have big, beautiful, powerful blue skies with like little dotty clouds, and you have the mountains, and you have some snow. Everything's just really powerful there, all of it. The food is spicy, the people are intense, the mountains are steep, and then the food itself, not just cooked with wood and fire, but it's spicy. Like, we love our hot food. One of my favorite things as a chef is when people invite me to their home and just say, go big, do your thing. We just want to experience it. And that's kind of what we're hoping this is.
We're gonna head over to Santo. They're gonna throw me into the back kitchen. I'm gonna create some really cool, colorful Southwestern food that has some kind of resemblance to the look and feel of Tao's. I'm trying to put myself out there in a way where I wanted to see how difficult it is to cook, but just the intensity of being back in the kitchen, because I want that energy to translate onto this canvas.
I want it to remind them of New Mexico with the Boulder aesthetic.
Yeah.
So we're using local ingredients. We're using fresh organic product that's coming locally from people we know that are either raising the animals or making the cheese themselves or grinding the tortillas. I always tell the servers and the cooks that like every plate of food we put out should tell a story, and it should have a story, like interconnected stories on the plate.
Yeah.
So we've got different people that had produced the food that we put into the dish. We've got stories back there. Yeah. All my cooks are part of this family. It's such an interesting dynamic in restaurants. Like there's all these people that come together to make this happen every day, and they've all got their own stuff going on in their own worlds, and they're very different individuals, and they have to work seamlessly together to make this all happen. For me, it's all about contrast and balance at the same time. So you've got these contrasting textures and these contrasting flavors, but they also balance each other out in the bite. It's fleeting. It's not like art because it's gone. Once you eat it, it's gone. And whatever's left on the plate, that becomes garbage. Right. But the memories remain. That's what's so cool about cooking food for people, because it's gone in an instant, but it's not, hopefully.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to the masterpiece.
Oh, I get goosebumps. Here we go. Let this thing happen. It always surprises me with the different elements when I choose to kind of work from my heart and let go of my, my initial thoughts from my head. I've worked with this canvas on the floor. I worked it on the table. I turned it upside down. I painted it vertically. I've used everything from spray paint to markers to acrylics to oils. I started with oils when I had Jose in the studio originally. We cooked a meal together, walked through the kitchen with him. He was explaining these incredible thoughts and ideas and how he creates. So when I was walking around the kitchen, I saw all these different tools, and of course I gravitated to these edges, and one of them was, your basic spatula. We were making guacamole, and we had all these different types of dishes, and I saw all these incredible ways to mix things. And I was like, I'm gonna use that on my canvas. It's about trust. It's about learning how to let go, be in the moment. There are times where I was really frustrated because I was like, oh, this is supposed to come easy. But it took me a long time to get to that place. Sometimes every painting's not perfect, but what you gain from those experiences about putting yourself out there and trying something new really makes you a better person. Oh, it's done, and we are ready to move this 17-foot masterpiece today. So I've got a U-Haul outside the studio. Hosea hasn't seen the painting yet. He came in earlier in the beginning and helped make the first couple strokes, and now it's done. And I told him specifically, I want to surprise you, and I cannot wait for his reaction. This is what I live for, that moment of truth.
I've had a lot of people ask me, like, what is it? What did he do? Like, what am I looking at? And that's my favorite answer is like, well, you tell me, what are you looking at? And it elicits different moods and answers and imagery from everyone. And for me, it's light, it's dark, it's passion, it's fire, it's cooking, it's mountains, it's sky, it's rivers, it's the culture, it's the history, it's the battles, the conflicts, but also the resolution. And at the end of the day, it's for you, it's a gift. And that's what we try to do with our food, and that's what we try to do with the space. We're trying to give people something and make them feel good about being in this space. And I think it's delivering on that.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
Cheers.
It's a lot of good stuff.